our first lesson in chapter 3, and our lesson number 1 is on take apart tens to add. And we're going to watch a video that goes along with this lesson. Here we go.
Another way to add.
Be watching.
Numbers that end in 0 are easier to add. You break apart addends to create numbers that end in 0. For example, 15 can be 10 plus 5. We can look at 2 ways to find 28 plus 36. One way to find 28 and 36 is to break 36 into 2 plus 34. Then make 28 plus 2 into 30. Now add 30 and 34. 30 plus 34 equals 64. Another way to add 28 and 36 is to break 28 into 24 plus 4. Then make 4 plus 36 into 40. Now add 24 and 40. 24 plus 40 equals 64. So, 28 plus 36 equals 64.
Okay.
To find the sum of 18 and 35, we can break apart one of the addends and solve. Let's break 35 into 2 and 33. Now we can make 18 and 2 into 20. 20 plus 33 equals 53.
Okay. This is one way we can solve adding two-digit numbers. I think this is a hard way to do it. However, some of you might think, you know what, Mrs. Murphy, this is actually really easy. I will teach you another way to solve. But this one is very tricky. So we are going to be taking it little baby steps, okay? So what we're going to be doing is our goal is to add numbers that end in a 0. Okay, I'm going to start pointing to people to clip down because you should not be fooling around, and some of you are not even watching and learning. And I'm not taking any questions right now. I'm just teaching Abby. Put your hand up. Okay, so let me show you up here our essential question for this chapter, because we always need to know, what are we trying to learn? What is essential? We are going to learn, how can I add two-digit numbers? That is essential. When Mrs. Murphy goes grocery shopping and I have to buy a blanket, that's $30, and I have to buy a pillow, that's $18, I need to be able to add those up in my head to make sure I have enough money. So this is essential. You guys need to know how to add these two-digit numbers, because as you get older, you're going to need to know how to do that in real life. Okay? So let's practice what they showed us on the video. This is one strategy we can use. Just one. This one, like I said, I think it's kind of hard, it's kind of tricky, but some of you might think, hey, this is easy. So here's my two numbers I'm going to add. They're two numbers and they're both two digits. So I have 37 and I have 24. Look here, guys. Who thinks they could break this 24 into something that I can add easily? I know, Raylan, you probably can. Raylan, what do you think we could break 24 down to?
We could just take the 4 off.
We could.
And then just the 3.
So do you think we should take the 4 off of that? Is that what you're thinking?
Mm-hmm. And then, so one total, that would be like.
So you're kind of thinking.
That would be.
So So Raylan, come up here. So let's watch Raylan. Let's see if he can do this correctly. You're gonna get it right. So Raylan says, let's break this 24 into 20. Oh, don't just. So he says, let's break this to 20. And let's break that down to what? Nope, let's break 24 down to 20 into 4, right? Okay, do you guys see how he did that? Okay, so 24 is broken down to 20 plus 4. Do you guys all see that?
Yeah.
So 24 is 20 plus 4. John, I want you to come up here now. And how can you now break, what could you get when you add 37 and 20? No, not quite. What's 30 plus 20? 50, and then we gotta add the 7, so it'd be 57. So put 57. Now, what do we have left to add over here? 57 plus 4. Second graders, can you say 57? Let's count 4 more. Ready? 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. 61 is our answer. So, by doing this method, it takes a little bit, but we found out that 37 plus 24 is equal to 61. Okay, put 61 there. Awesome. Okay. Now, Carla, did you have a question?
If it's 6 plus 57, then it would be 60. And if you that 4 plus 57, then it would be
That
64.
you're right. It would be. Good job. Okay, let's practice this. Okay, because it's going to take a lot of practice. So, put your name on your paper. Thank you, John. You want to give Mrs. Murphy that?
Mine's already on.
Put your name on your paper. And I'm going to read what it says at the bottom that we need to do. It says, we're going to use some base 10 blocks. So, Mrs. Murphy knows you used them last year with Mrs. Jensen. But if you have, let's review. If you have a long stick, and hold on a second. Just forgot to get them out. Do you guys remember these from last year? These 10?
Yes.
You guys remember these?
Yeah.
Okay.
We actually get those
Okay.
at Miss Shaper's.
Yeah, we have those at Miss Shaper's.
Okay, good. Tomorrow we're going to practice using these some more. Okay? But if I have a stick, is that what
That's
Mrs.
fine.
Jensen called this last year?
Yes.
Yeah, a stick.
And we
Okay.
have ones too.
If I,
called that 10.
yep, if I call it a stick though. If I have a stick, how much is that, Lewis? 10. Yep, Miss Schaefer might call it a 10. I call it a stick, so you know that this stick is worth 10. Okay? Now, what if I have just a little cube? How much is that worth, John?
1.
1. So if I have a cube, that is worth 1.
One.
I know what those big squares are worth.
Carson, what is the huge ones?
100.
They're hundreds.
Nope.
And I call this a flat. Okay? I call this a flat.
I called it 100.
You have Miss Shakers, you might call it 100.
No, we called it 100 square.
100 square.
Yeah. Yeah, she called it a square too.
Okay, square. I can't call it a flat because that's what our old curriculum used. But I can call this 100 squared. Okay, now we're gonna have to draw these. So we're gonna use our base 10 blocks, or we're gonna draw them, and we're gonna show 48 in the red box. So if Mrs. Murphy's gonna draw 48, how many tens or sticks do I need, Tyson?
4.
4. 10, 20, 30, 40. Now, Mrs. Murphy wants you to draw your stick or your 10. I am not going to make you break it apart into 10 little pieces. If you want to, that's fine. But when you draw a stick, I know that is 10. Okay? So you should draw in there right now, Carson, 4 sticks. Make them look like long rectangles.
Call it a 10 stick.
A 10 stick? I like that. We should call it 10 stick.
Yeah.
We'll give it a new name this year. A 10 stick.
10 or 10 sticks.
Okay.
It's
Perfect.
called the one or one dot and 100 square or 100.
Okay. I'm going to call this a 10 stick, but you certainly can call it whatever you want. Now, you're going to have 4 of these 10 sticks, but Mrs. Murphy says, I need the number, it tells me down there, 48. Now I'm going to put this, actually let me put it up here in black.
Now pick 1.
Okay,
Can we do that?
you can write the number up there too, yeah, that would be perfect. If you want to write the number up there, that'd be perfect. I don't know. That is weird, Brooklyn. What time are you supposed to go, Brooklyn?
She's supposed to be going before Addie.
She was, but why did your timer not go up?
I just heard Addie. She's here.
Is she, okay, just a second, let me figure this out. Addie and Mrs. Mangler are on there.
Yeah, but she has a
Okay, tell her if her timer didn't go off. Can you tell her that? And see if she can maybe put her in later. Okay,
maybe before my
Okay.
team ago.
she'll see if she can get you in, or else I will email her, okay? Okay, now, if I need 8, what am I gonna use for 8? Second graders, what do I need to use for 8? Brooklyn?
You're gonna put one of those, like 8 of those small blocks.
Yep, 8 of the little ones cubes. So do your best to draw little ones cubes.
Sit. Done.
Okay, so look at Mrs. Murphy's. I have 4 of the 10 sticks. I have 8 of the little ones cubes. Okay, now, everybody should have 48 there. And let's write down here, guys, 48. 48. Now, we're going to add to this 48. They want us to show 16 in the yellow box. So how would I show 16 in the yellow box? What would I do, Kinsley?
Use the stick, the long stick.
Yep, how many should I use?
6.
Okay, so this is 10. And I wanted to get to 16. So how many of these do I need?
1.
Just one. Yeah, that's all I need. I just need one 10 stick. Okay, and if you guys can notice, this number, the ones, always tells us how many little ones cubes we need. And this number in the tens tells us how many 10 sticks we need. So like this number will tell us how many 10 sticks. Now, how many of the little cubes will I need for 16, Wyatt? How many of the little, you're right, 6. Because this number in the ones place tells me I need 6 cubes in the ones. Sure, who are you looking at? Check. Okay, now put 16 right in that line down there. Why did they get turned off? And I'll see if she can get you in there, okay? Okay, now, if we're gonna find out how many are all together, we're gonna first figure out how many 10s do we have, because we want to make 10. How many 10s do we have, Wyatt? Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We have 50. But guess what, second graders? We can group a couple of these ones together to make another stick. So if Mrs. Murphy has 8 little cubes, watch guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 here. Carson, come up and hold this. And over here I have 6. John, come up here and hold these 6. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. 4. Oh, another runaway one. 5. 6. Now, Carson has 8. John has 6. Because that's what we have down here. Is there a way I can make 10? What can I do? What can I do, Arya? Riley, what can I do? Corla, what can I do? Carson has 8. How many more till he gets to 10? Ellie? 2. John, will you please give Carson 2 of yours? So Carson gets 2 of John's. And watch guys, I'm going to move these 2 that John is giving over here to Carson. And I'm going to cross them off here. And cross these off to make a stick. So now, can you guys just cross those off? Cross off 10 of these. And Carson's going to give Mrs. Murphy the 10 little ones. And guess what I'm going to give him?
A 10 stick.
A 10 stick. We traded. It's equal. So now, not only do I have 50, I have another 10. So over here, put 50 plus 10 more. Now, how many is John left with? John, how many are you left with? 4. So John is left with these 4. So can you guys figure out, oh, Mrs. Murphy wrote 6, I'm at 4. Can you guys figure out what is 50 plus 10, everybody? 60 plus 4 more.
64.
64.
Sorry, I just kind of like, okay.
Okay. Carla, question, or did you want to say something?
You have to write that down.
You don't have to, but I would like you to, just so that you would understand it. Okay, we are going to stop our lesson here. We're going to continue it tomorrow. This is a big lesson. Might take us a couple days.